Your rich girlfriend pretended to be poor to be with you. Her purpose was to test if you were after her money. And her final test was to directly spend the 100,000 yuan you painstakingly saved. That was the life-saving money for your grandma's surgery. Looking at the empty bank card in your hand, you were stunned for a long time, unable to recover.
You could only force back your ranger NC, Xian.
Where did you spend the money? Can you get it back? Gu Shihan on the other end of the phone was silent for a long time. Suddenly, she said this, Xiao Quan. If I said I spent the money and can't get it back, what would you do? As soon as you heard Gu Shihan spent all the money, your first thought was the money was gone. Grandma couldn't have the surgery. You were about to lose your last relative. Seeing you silent for a long time, Gu Shihan said in a very relaxed tone, Xiao Quan, I know it was my fault for not telling you in advance, but now the money is spent.
You won't blame me, right?
After all, it's not that much money. Later when I earn money. Before Gu Shihan could finish,
you hung up the phone.
Standing lost at the hospital payment window.
Motion.
Just then, your phone received a message. Come to Ikuan Bar. There's a surprise.
Looking at the unfamiliar number and the strange
content.
For some reason, a feeling rose in your heart. A kind of panic and unease. You hesitated there for 2 seconds.
Then you hurriedly left the hospital. You hailed a taxi and went to the bar. Meanwhile, on the other side,
Gu Xian, to test you,
invited all her so-called friends out, claiming it was an early celebration for your first anniversary. Amidst the chatter, you arrived at the private room door. As soon as you opened the door, you saw them laughing and joking. Gu Shihan saw you clearly and stood up abruptly. She walked quickly towards you. You saw the worry and helplessness on her face, as if she didn't know why you were here.
Xiao Quan, why are you here?
She subconsciously reached out to pull your hand, but you dodged it. Xiao Quan, it's not like this. Listen to me explain. You looked at Gu Shihan in front of you, suddenly showing a gentle smile.
Gu Xian, let's break up.
She was first surprised, then desperately shook her head. No, we're not breaking up. Xiao Quan, you can listen to my explanation. You threw her hand away. Your voice was still gentle and firm. Gu Shihan,
please let me go.
I only have one request.
Give me back the money.
After dating for a year, she knew your decisive personality. If you said break up, you would never look back. But Gu Shihan didn't want to break up with you. She was finally about to be with you forever.
Xiao Quan, please. Don't break up, okay?
You looked at her with a calm face. Then your gaze swept towards the others in the private room. Finally, your eyes fixed on Shi Hao, in a place Gu Shihan couldn't see. Shi Hao showed you a condescending smile. His mouth moved, seeming to say, you can't win against me. You turned back to look at Gu Shihan, and slowly said, not breaking up is fine.
Then give me 100,000 now. I only need 100,000. Gu Xian's expression was troubled. Xiao Quan, wait one more day, okay?
Tomorrow.
Just wait until tomorrow.
However much money you want, I'll give it to you.
Just not today.
Please, I'm begging you. You looked at her in disappointment.
Trying hard to control your emotion. Gu Xian, I just want the money in my bank card. Give me back the money.
From now on, we'll go our separate ways. Gu Shihan still tried to reach out to hold you back, but at this moment, your phone rang. Listening to the words on the other end of the phone, your face instantly turned pale. You turned to leave without a word, but your hand was grabbed by Gu Shihan. Xiao Quan,
I'm not breaking up. Gu Xian, let go of me.
No, I don't want to break up.
Stay and wait until tomorrow.
However much money you want, I'll give it to you. You turned your head to look at her. Then, in everyone's shocked expressions, you slapped her hard. Gu Shihan, we are completely over. After saying that, you left without looking back.
You walked on the road.
It was already late at night. There wasn't a single person on the street. Taxis were scarce too. But that call just now was from the hospital. The doctor said Grandma's condition had worsened, and asked you to come to the hospital quickly. When you heard this news, you felt like the sky was falling. You were anxious to get to the hospital. There was no time to think about yourself and Gu Shihan's
messy situation.
But you waited for over 10 minutes, and didn't see a single taxi appear on the road. Instead, a Maybach slowly drove from a distance. Anxious to get to the hospital, you gritted your teeth and directly rushed into the middle of the road. A sharp screech of brakes echoed on the quiet street. You slowly opened your eyes. You saw the Maybach stopped less than
10 centimeters away from you.
If the driver's reaction had been slightly slower, or their skill a bit worse, you would have been hit and flown away by the car. Then an uncle got out of the car. He asked you, young man, are you okay? I'm okay. Uncle, please, can you give me a ride to the hospital? The uncle looked back at the back seat with a troubled expression, knowing the driver had to listen to the woman in the back seat. So you walked directly to the back seat and knocked on the window, miss.
Could it trouble you for a ride?
My grandma is in critical condition. I'm in a hurry to get to the hospital. Please help me. The uncle was slightly moved by your words. The next second, a pleasant voice was heard. Get in. Half an hour later, the car stopped steadily at the hospital entrance. You only had time to thank the girl before getting out and rushing straight to the operating room. Unbeknownst to you, the girl and the driver followed behind. As soon as you arrived at the operating room door, a nurse hurried out. Sir, please pay the surgery fee quickly. You held the surgery payment slip, your fingers
Turning white.
just as you were about to collapse.
A girl's clear voice
Instantly rang out. Wang Shu, go pay. Okay, miss. Wang Shu took the payment slip from your hand, turned, and walked towards the payment window. Your eyes were slightly red. You looked at the girl blankly. Thank you. Thank you so much. The girl was expressionless. She just took out a clean handkerchief from her pocket and handed it to you. You're welcome. You took the handkerchief. Your throat felt like it was blocked, making it hard to breathe.
The tears in your eyes
Couldn't be held back and rolled down one by one. The girl just watched you quietly, without saying a single word of comfort. Just silently stood by your side, accompanying you.
Young man, don't cry.
The fee has been paid. Your grandma will definitely be okay. Have some milk tea to warm your stomach. You looked at Wang Shu with bloodshot eyes, just about to thank him. Wang Shu spoke again. The young lady asked me to buy this. You looked at the girl standing beside you. Thank you. You didn't know how many times you had said thank you that night. 2.5 hours later, the operating room door finally slowly opened.
The doctor came out.
You immediately rushed up. Doctor, how is my grandma? Sir, I'm sorry. Hearing this, your legs went weak, and you were about to fall. Wang Shu immediately stepped forward and supported you. The elder has some time left. You can say your goodbyes properly.
Not long after.
Grandma was wheeled out. You followed Grandma back to the ward. Wang Shu and the girl lifted their feet and followed, but the two of them did not enter the ward. They just stood at the ward entrance. You held Grandma's hand and softly called, Grandma. Grandma's face lifted into a kind smile. She gently stroked your face like before.
Why are you crying?
Did someone bully my Xiaoquan? Tell Grandma.
Grandma will stand up for you.
Your tears were like pearls from a broken string. They wouldn't stop.
Grandma, please don't leave.
Me, okay? Grandma's eyes were also a little moist. She laboriously raised her hand and gently stroked your head.
Grandma can't stay with you anymore.
Grandma.
Grandson, please, don't go, okay? Listening to the crying from the ward.
Even a grown man like Wang Shu felt his eyes water. The girl's expression didn't change at all, but her gaze was fixed on you beside the hospital bed. She turned and told Wang Shu, take the straw up for testing. Yes, Mississippi. Wang Shu took the milk tea cup you had just drunk from and left. The girl looked at you in the ward, as if you were in hell. Are you? In the ward, you tightly held Grandma's hand. Your heart felt like it was being cut by 1,000 knives.
Hurting and bleeding.
Grandma looked at you so sad. Her tears also flowed unconsciously. It's a shame I couldn't see my Xiaoquan get married.
Where's Xian?
Didn't she come with you? Hearing Grandma mention Gu Shihan,
Your eyes flickered.
Grandma didn't say anything, but seemed to sense something. If you're not happy, then break up. Grandma just wants you to be happy.
You cried incontrôlably.
After crying for a while, Grandma calmed down first. She reached out and gently wiped away your tears. Grandma doesn't have much time left. There are a few things I want to tell you.
Grandma, please speak. I'm listening.
After Grandma is gone,
you must take good care of yourself.
Finding someone who loves you is more important than someone you love. That way, Grandma can rest in peace. You cried and nodded. I promise you.
You will live a good life.
Xiaoquan, there's a small box under Grandma's bed. It contains all of Grandma's savings. Take it. Grandma's biggest regret in this life was picking you up by the roadside. Grandma is very happy. Grandma, thank you. If you hadn't picked me up,
you wouldn't be alive today.
Grandma lovingly stroked your face.
Her cloudy eyes
carefully looked at you again and again, then slowly closed. Her hand stroking yours slowly fell and stopped. Looking at Grandma's closed eyes, you were so sad you couldn't say a word.
Tears blurred your vision.
You gently leaned your head on Grandma's body. Grandma,
you will live a good life.
Please rest in peace.
Outside the ward, the girl watched the scene inside.
Small ripples appeared in her usually calm eyes. You stayed in the ward for a while. You walked out and saw the girl and Wang Shu were still there. Somewhat surprised. Miss, you haven't left yet? Suddenly, you subconsciously thought of something. And spoke again. Surgery fee. Do you still need help with the surgery fee?
The girl's voice interrupted you.
You seriously looked up at her.
Can you lend me a little more money?
I want to give my grandma a proper send-off.
The girl slowly said, okay.
Then she took out a business card and handed it to you. I'll be in watching these few days. Contact me if you need anything. You took the business card and looked at it. Xiaoxi. The name matched her well. Thank you, Sister Xiaoxi.
You will repay money you lend me.
Yin Xiaoxi didn't refuse when she saw this. She nodded and left with Wang Shu. After borrowing the money, you started preparing for Grandma's funeral. Since Grandma had no relatives in this city, you decided to cremate Grandma. You planned to find a scenic place, to find a burial plot for Grandma so she could rest in peace. Grandma, I'm taking you home. You returned to the small house you shared with Grandma with the urn, but at the doorstep,
You saw someone unexpected. The Guxian of today
was no longer the person you had seen over the past year. She was wearing designer clothes and carrying an expensive bag. She looked like a rich young lady.
Guxian saw you holding the URN.
With Grandma's photo on the box. She stood frozen for a while before speaking. Xiao Quan. Grandma, you didn't pay attention to her. You walked past her and headed towards the house. Gu Shihan reacted. Following you. The reason I couldn't find you these past few days is because Grandma passed away. You turned around and looked at her expressionlessly. Miss, is there something you need? Hearing you call her by that title, Gu Shihan's heart was pierced. She looked flustered and reached out to grab your hand. But you dodged her.
Guxian, you.
I hate you. Gu Shihan looked sad and hurt, as if you had done something terrible to her.
Guxian,
don't act like the victim. From beginning to end, wasn't I the one who was hurt?
Xiao Kan.
I'm sorry. It must be very hard for you with Grandma gone, right? I'm sorry that when you were most sad, I couldn't be by your side. Your face showed no emotion. You just looked at her quietly.
Guxian, you disgust me. In your memory.
You had never said something like that to her, so she was stunned for a while, unable to recover. You didn't want to waste words with Gu Shihan. Seeing her always reminded you of that sad night.
Guxian, leave.
I never want to see you again. Xiao Quan, I really know I was wrong.
Please forgive me this one time, okay?
I know Grandma's death is a big blow to you. I'm willing to stay with you. Gu Shihan, do you know why that night?
He insisted you return the money?
The topic changed too quickly.
Leaving her a little confused.
Her eyes were still filled with bewilderment. You expressionlessly shook off the hand she was holding. Just like that night, refusing. Because the money you spent was Grandma's life-saving money. If Grandma could have had the surgery earlier, maybe she wouldn't have left me. These words were like a bomb exploding in Gu Shihan's heart. She widened her eyes in shock. Unable to believe you, Xiao Quan.
You're lying to me, right?
Looking at the self-deceiving Gu Shihan in front of you.
You shook your head coldly, the night he left the bar.
You went to a hotel with another man, didn't you? Hearing this, Gu Shihan's eyes flickered. Clearly, she felt guilty. Actually, on the day Grandma passed away, you received a photo. In the photo, Gu Shihan was leaning against a fat, big-headed man,
sleeping soundly. Guxian
knew she had completely lost hope, but she still didn't want to give up.
Xiao Kan, he really can't live without you. Just forgive me this one time, okay?
Grandma is gone, but you have me.
He'll be good to you from now on. He will definitely be good to you.
Saying that, Gu Shihan grabbed your wrist. After several days of rushing around, you were already at your limit.
For a moment, you couldn't break free.
Xiao Quan, I really love you so much.
Will you not leave me if he just get you?
You were scared by her words and started struggling desperately. You were about to be pushed onto the sofa. Suddenly, a voice rushed in from the door.
Pulled Guxian of you.
And slapped her face hard. You looked at the suddenly appearing Yin Xiaoxi, somewhat surprised.
Sister Xiaoxi.
Gu Shihan looked at the girl who suddenly appeared. She looked at you. Their familiar appearance made her lose her temper for a moment. Xiao Quan, so you were eager to dump me, because you had already found someone else. What, is this woman richer than me?
Guxian, a rich young lady.
Could tell at a glance how expensive Yin Xiaoxi's clothes were. You were stunned for a moment, then pointed at the flustered Gu Shihan.
Get out of here.
Gu Shihan also felt some regret, but the words that had been said could not be taken back. She looked at Yin Xiaoxi, then looked at you, and could only leave unwillingly. Sister Xiaoxi, is there something you came to see me about? Yin Xiaoxi took out a document and handed it to you. You took the document and opened it to see. It was a paternity test report. The result showed a 99.99% probability of a blood relationship between the two parties. You looked at Yin Xiaoxi blankly.
So you want to tell me
that I am your long-lost father? Yin Xiaoxi was stunned for a moment. Then the corner of her mouth curved into a beautiful arc. For a moment, you felt like blooming flowers were in front of your eyes. You didn't expect that the usually cold and indifferent Yin Xiaoxi would look so beautiful when she smiled. Strictly speaking,
you are my childhood friend's long lost brother.
My family and your family are old friends. You looked at the document in your hand. For a moment, it was hard to process the news of finding your biological parents. Sorry. As soon as the paternity test results came out, I leaked the news to your family. They should be on their way now, and will arrive in Huaqing tomorrow. Hearing that your biological parents were coming, it would be fake if you didn't feel anything. Grandma had never hidden the fact from you, that you were picked up. She also said that when she picked you up, she had reported it to the police. But after searching for a while, there was still no news of your biological parents. So Grandma gave up on the idea of helping you find your biological parents. She decided to adopt you herself. Sorry, I took the liberty. You didn't do anything wrong. You don't need to apologize to me. Then, do you want to meet them? I don't know. Grandma just passed away. My mind is a bit chaotic. It's okay. I know it's hard for you to accept all of this suddenly. You can take your time to think. Anyway, they won't arrive until tomorrow. Can you give me one night to think about it? Of course, that's your right.
Then you won't disturb you. You'll leave now. You walked Yin Xiaoxi to the door.
Before she got in the car, you spoke again. Sister Xiaoxi, thank you. After seeing Yin Xiaoxi off, you returned to the bedroom. You took out an old small box from under the bed, and carefully wiped the dust off it. There wasn't much inside. A small stack of not-so-new cash, neatly wrapped in a handkerchief, a few photos, a red bag, and a letter.
When you saw these things,
your eyes couldn't help but well up. You slowly picked up the photos. They were the few photos you had with Grandma. In the photos, Grandma's face was full of kindness.
Smiling happily.
Your finger gently traced Grandma's face in the photo. A drop of tear just fell directly onto the photo.
You wiped away your tears. You get Grandma SURN and cry all night.
The next day, you made a decision. Although Grandma hoped you would find your biological parents and reunite with them, then you might as well go meet them. So as soon as you left the small house, Gu Shihan arrived at the small house door. As soon as she got out of the car, Gu Shihan immediately knocked on your door. But no matter how she knocked, the door was never opened.
Xiao Quan.
It's me, please open the door. Can we talk properly, okay? Xiaoquan, I really know I was wrong.
Please don't ignore me, okay?
I don't want to break up. I don't want to break up. Gu Shihan talked to herself at the door. Shi Hao rushed to get there. Seeing Gu Shihan looking so infatuated, he clenched his fists. His heart was clearly filled with jealousy, but on his face, he still had to maintain that kind and generous appearance. Boom. The heavy rain started instantly. Gu Shihan was completely drenched.
Xian.
It's raining. Let's get in the car to take shelter, okay? Get lost. I don't need you to care about me.
You must get Xiaoquan's forgiven today.
Shihan, I told you to get lost. Can't you understand? If it weren't for you, Xiaoquan wouldn't have left me. It's all because of you. It's all because of you.